So we're currently about 8 billion people on the face of the earth. 8 billion people on the face of the earth. Um, that's really interesting, right? The population of the world has grown exponentially over time, and if things are not bad enough, we're likely to see more people coming to the fold. As a matter of fact, the UN has predicted that by 2050 we should have an additional 1.5 to 2 billion people additionally, right, on the face of the earth. So by 2050 we're expecting to be around the 10 billion mark in terms of population. That is a lot of people. However, my fundamental belief about people still remains the same, and that is the fact that each human being is meant to be unique. Each human being was created to be unique, were created to have a unique identity, were created to contribute something specifically to the development of people and to the development of the world at large. And to do that, we're given certain unique gifts and we have a voice that we're supposed to add to the whole, which leads me to the subject of this episode, being a voice and not an echo. I think that unfortunately, so many people, again, referring to that vein of conformity, haven't found their voice yet. They're they're a bit too scared to stand out. They're a bit too scared to, or too, they don't have sufficient courage to let their own opinions be heard. Have you been in meetings where people are so scared to speak up? I used to be like that. I didn't want to speak up during meetings. I didn't necessarily want people to hear my voice. I was just content with being in my corner, right? But you don't make impact that way. If you're going to be a leader, if you're going to be someone who stands out, you need to be able to talk. You need to be able to let people hear your own opinions. And if you're scared that you're going to have people disagree with you, well, that's part of life, and it's part of development. You don't necessarily need to have all the answers. Sometimes your opinions may be wrong, but that's part of learning. You learn from other people, but you won't learn if you are afraid to get your voice out. You won't learn if all you do is to conform with what every other person says, right? What do you say? What do you think, right? And again, I think too many people spend time trying to copy or trying to emulate, or not emulate, trying to imitate other people. And it seems to be something that is prevalent, especially when you grow up admiring other people, when you grow up having heroes. I used to have a lot of heroes. I still do, right? I used to admire people like Muhammad Ali. I used to love the way he talked and the way he fought and the way he just expressed himself. At a certain point, I was trying to grow my hair to be like the afro that he carried in the 70s, right? I admired people like Martin Luther King because of their expressiveness, because of their vocal ability to express themselves, their ability to orate, to move people through the power of words. And you can admire people without copying them. If I imitated Martin Luther King and I started to explore and started to imitate the cadences of his voice, the minute somebody else heard me, they would know that I was trying to do a Martin Luther King, right? I'll just be trying to be an echo of Martin Luther King. I wasn't created to be an echo. I was created to be a voice, a unique voice of my own. So you need to be able to express your own thoughts, develop your own opinions about things, develop your own opinions about life, about issues, and express them. Nobody's interested in hearing what has been said before. We're interested in what you think. We're interested in your own unique perspective. What do you think? Be a voice, not an echo. We're not interested in echoes. We're interested in unique voices that have something to say. Do you have something to say? Then go ahead and say it. Be a voice, not an echo.